We got a brand new merch design, the three pure-blooded Saiyans in their most powerful forms. Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego, and Full Power Broly right now in the Geekdom 101 store. Get it in many colors and sizes, a variety of options for you to choose from. Whatever you think looks the best. And if you don't want like a regular shirt, there are tons of different design choices. You can get a mouse pad, you can even get it on a hat or a baseball cap. For a limited time only, the link will be in the description. Alright, so I got a quick video for y'all here involving Toyotaro's recent comments on Dragon Ball Super and future developments. So Toyotaro finished up the last chapter back in February, which is the Dragon Ball Super superhero prelude stuff, and that was meant to be the last chapter included in Volume 24, which is out in Japan now, and it will be out sometime later this year from Viz Media in English, the actual physical Volume 24. So besides there being a cool little Toriyama's World Forever piece of art, which really took, all this is just a combination of all the other art pieces that Toyotaro's drawn throughout the years. It's a beautiful piece though, I mean it looks great. There's an interview with Toyotaro where he goes in and discusses details about the superhero arc that were unrevealed before, including Toriyama's involvement with the prelude. So this translation is coming from Herms, so let me hit you with what's going on here. It says here, the secret story behind the birth of Saiyaman X that I got to draw for the end of this volume was based on text written by Toriyama Sensei, which I revised and made into a manga. Now, that to me in and of itself is interesting because there was no word of Toriyama's involvement in this as far as like beyond what we had already heard, which was that Toyotaro was putting together the arc, but Toriyama was, supervising him. Obviously, the script for Dragon Ball Super Superhero, the movie that came out now 3 years ago, was written by Toriyama himself. So Toyotaro made some changes that Toriyama approved of, but there's more. Here is where we have the interesting new reveal. He says, during the process of working out the Saiyaman X story, this is the stuff with Trunks and Mai in high school and, the stuff that we got a few years ago, that serves as the prequel to the superhero arc. He gave me this story as a prologue saying it doesn't really matter whether you use this in the main story or not. So that means that the prelude stuff with Clean God and the stuff with like Gohan being revealed to have secretly been masquerading as Clean God, that was all written by Toriyama. This is new information. I think most of us assumed it was a Toyotaro thing because let's not forget that was published a year later. But he goes on to say, I felt it would be such a waste to cut it, so I really wanted to make it into a manga. However, the superhero arc's prequel was fixed at 3 chapters, 88 to 90. So I cried and resigned myself to drawing 3 chapters after Trunks and Goten had become Saiyaman X. So, if you remember, chapters 88 to 90 was the prelude stuff before they started to actually adapt the movie with chapter 91, right? So, the whole where it says here, it was fixed at 3 chapters, that was likely a decision made by Shueisha when it comes to limiting how many chapters it would be. That seems like it's something Shueisha would come up with, not Toriyama. And even he was talking, when he says he cried, I don't think he meant that he literally was crying tears. I think he's talking about that he wanted to put some of the stuff in. Now, this is where it all kind of wraps up. He says, however, as the superhero arc drew to a close, this was still a story I wanted to draw no matter what, so they were nice enough to let me have my way, and I got to draw it as a one-shot. That to me almost implies that he drew this months ago. Like, maybe that stuff that we got in February, Toyotaro had done a year ago. I couldn't even tell you, but it seems like the idea had been there for a while because Toriyama passed away 1 year ago in March of 2024. Thank you so much for reading it, and now the superhero arc is finished. Then it says, look forward to future developments, Toyotaro. This line that says, look forward to future developments, this is no different than what Toyotaro said last summer in his interview, where he said there was more to come, and so did Akio. So, again, all we have now is just Akio Ioku saying there's more to come. And he said it about Dragon Ball, not specifically Daima or Super. Toyotaro's gig is that he's the Super guy, so we can assume he's talking about Super, but look forward to future developments. Now, in Shueisha, in V-Jump, it is still listed as being on hiatus. They have not said that Dragon Ball Super manga is over, just that it's on hiatus. And I'm over here thinking, okay, if it is over, just tell us it's over. Like, I think I speak for most people. Like, they should stop sort of leading us on and just give us an answer. But the problem is Japan's communication and their promotion when it comes to this is pretty bad. You know, it's pretty damn bad. But basically it's implied there's more coming, but we have no idea when. And, you know, it's been a minute since really I've looked at this. I'm actually taking a little bit of a vacation now from doing videos. I've done content pretty much nonstop for 10 years, so I need a bit of a break. So I'm sort of glad this is going on. At the same time, I'm ready to get back into work. So I think what we'll do is here on the channel, I'll probably be doing mostly streams. That'll be what I mostly do, just live streams, hanging out with you guys, the Mongolorian, and then save edited videos for whenever Super comes back. I've actually got like 7 videos edited and done, and those are going to be on my hard drive until the time comes to bring them back whenever Dragon Ball Super, the manga, would resume, or whether we at least have an idea of when this is all going to come to a head or what's next. Right now, they just don't tell us anything, so it's the way it is. So this will probably be the last regular video you get until we have a Super announcement. I'll obviously be covering things as they come through, any news here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourself and each other, and yeah, I'll see you guys. I mean, I'm still doing streams on Twitch and here on YouTube, so I'll still be around, but the edited videos will wait until, you know, we have more clarity on the future. Anyways, y'all have a good one. See you soon.